name is Hugh Raichlin, and I'm a mediator in Johannesburg. I have been mediating for a number of years. My background is that of an attorney. I've been in private practice for over 30 years and specialized in litigation. Against that backdrop, when I started appreciating the great benefit of mediation, I have been encouraging people ever since to embrace mediation as a way of dealing with conflict, as a way of dealing with disputes in a far more engaging, constructive manner. So, as a mediator, I actually don't sit as an attorney. I create a safe space for people to express themselves, and most importantly, from within themselves, understanding their context, understanding the relationship that they have with the other party, to create their own resolution of the problem which they face. In general, I've mediated, first of all, matrimonial disputes where people want to have a divorce which I call a good divorce, where they are going to be raising children, for example, in the future, and where the relationship does not end on divorce but continues. I encourage people to have a good divorce, in other words, to create an atmosphere between them where they can work together for the good and in the interests of their children. I also do mediation in workplace disputes, where people in the workplace are having difficulties communicating with one another, where they just seem to be pressing each other's buttons in a way which is negative and not conducive for a good working relationship. So we explore ways of communicating with one another. And the third area in which I have very successfully mediated is between business partners, where, for example, a business relationship has gone south. Partners are unable to talk to one another, and perhaps the one wants to leave the partnership or leave the business. So we sit together and we work out creative solutions in, first of all, finding whether there is a way of continuing the relationship, or second of all, if it's not going to continue, how the parties can disengage. And ideally, we facilitate a process where the parties will write down their own heads of agreement, and if they're happy to, they can sign an agreement there and then, or they document a document in their words, and they'll then go to their respective attorneys to draft the necessary contracts. The process of mediation which I have designed is that we meet together once for an hour. That is, all the parties that are going to be involved in the mediation meet together, and I have no problem if people want to bring their attorney with them, or they want to bring a spouse, or they want to bring their accountant, or they want to bring anybody that they believe can assist them in the mediation. We get together for an hour, and I understand, or I assist the parties in expressing how they see the dispute, what are the issues. At that meeting, I also ask the parties to sign a very simple one-page document, which is an agreement to mediate, that I will, for example, not be asked to be a witness if the matter ever becomes contested in a court of law, that if one party wants to leave the mediation, that before they leave the mediation, that they first consult with me and talk to me privately before making that decision not to go on with the mediation. A very, very simple document. And then they give me, if they're happy with it, they can give me a simple written statement of what the issues are. We then meet a second time for a 3-hour full mediation. Normally it's from 10 in the morning until 1 p.m. And we meet at my offices in Norwood. We have beautiful boardrooms, we have an outdoor facility. And there we spend our time unpacking the different issues. There are times when we come together, when everybody's present in the room. There are times when I ask that I talk to one party privately and then perhaps the other party privately. And we go through the process so that hopefully at the end of that 3-hour period, we have a resolution. If for whatever reason there wasn't a resolution, but the parties do believe that we are in reach of resolving the matter, then we can always postpone to another day, perhaps the next day or the day after, so that people have an opportunity to think about what they have said and the way that things are going. And then we can organize for another hour, 2 hours, whatever we need to complete the mediation. I normally ask for a fee up front, which is divided equally between both parties, because I believe that both parties need to be invested emotionally, intellectually, and financially, as that is the most conducive, so that everybody feels part of the process from beginning to end.